Hello everyone, Semi-Retired Bob here. I talk about the carnivore diet, all things related to the carnivore diet, and miscellaneous odds and ends. Today we're going to talk about food reintroduction and how I was incredibly stupid yesterday. First, let me say welcome to all the new people. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for stopping by. It's great to have new people. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. I'm glad you're here as well. Very glad. It means so much to me that you guys keep coming back for more. But yeah, let's just jump right into this today because I don't want this to be a super long video. I meant to talk about reintroduction of food during the live stream yesterday, but as usual, the comments got out of control and I got behind and never actually got to the topic I wanted to talk about. So we're going to talk about it now. When you're doing an elimination diet, whether it's, you've been doing beef, butter, bacon, and eggs for an extended period of time, 30, 60, 90 days, or you've been on it for a year because you're in the process of healing and dropping to your goal weight or whatever it is, or lion diet or any of the what people call super restricted diets, but they're not actually restrictive because what's restrictive is not being able to stand up for 2 to 2.5 minutes. But that's beside the point. That's not what we're talking about today. But you've been on, say, beef, butter, bacon, and eggs for 6 months, and you feel like you're healed. You're ready to see what else you can eat. Make sure you do it one food at a time, or one spice at a time, one condiment at a time. And I'm not talking about regular condiments. You don't want to go back to all that sugar-laden stuff. But, like there's some fairly clean mayos out there. There's a butter mayonnaise recipe, I believe, on Too Crazy Keto's site that you make yourself that is very good, according to people that have had it. I'm not a huge fan of mayonnaise myself, so I haven't ever made any of it, but everybody that has talked about it says it's really good. And I know Nisha has a mayonnaise recipe. There are lots of sites that have those, but one condiment or one food at a time, because we don't really know, or one spice even, we don't know what our body was reacting to prior to having the elimination. But even like for me, black pepper I've discovered, and even when I started carnivore, I was using black pepper all the time and saw great results. But when I went lion diet and was just using beef, salt, and water, after about 2.5, 3 months of that, I don't remember exactly when it was, but it's like, you know what? I feel like I want a little pepper on my burger patties today. So I put a little black pepper on them because I still had some. And it's unbelievable how much that black pepper tore me up. Not gut-wise. I've always had pretty much a cast iron gut, but my joints actually hurt a little bit the next day. So, just do one spice at a time or one food at a time. Let's say you really miss shrimp, so you want to throw some shrimp in there. Have them. And then wait a couple of days before you try to add something else. Because if you go, okay, well, I added shrimp yesterday, and today I'm going to add sausages or whatever it is, and then you add those, and then a couple of days down the line, you're like, ow, my joints kind of hurt today. I wonder what did it to me. Well, you won't know. So you want to make sure that you're going very slowly. Add a food, give it a couple, 3 days to react to your system, and then add another food or add a spice, and so on and so forth. There's no reason why you can't reintroduce pretty much all the foods that you like that are, of course, carnivore foods, or very, very low carb if you're doing ketovore or keto. But reintroduce foods one at a time. So if you have a reaction, you know what caused the reaction. And that's what I've got to say about that. Now, I was incredibly stupid. If you recall on a video a couple of days ago, I jumped. It wasn't a great jump. It was, I mean, I got maybe an inch or so off the ground, but it was a jump. And prior to doing carnivore and the healing that I've done, even attempting a little hop, I wouldn't even call it a jump, a little hop, attempting a little hop like that would have made all of my joints just scream at me. So I intentionally never did anything like that. But yesterday, I don't normally do much working out on Friday and Saturday because my primary workout is going to work at the mini golf course where I have to stand a lot and move a lot. And I just get a lot of standing and moving in while I'm doing that. We had a birthday party of 21 11-year-olds last night, so that was exciting. But I got up this morning and I hurt. Not in the joints. I had some muscles that were hurting. Well, my knees hurt just a little bit, but I think it's more the muscles around the knees than anything else. And of course, as I've moved throughout the day, in the morning, getting my stuff done, they have loosened up and everything's going to be just fine. But I got to thinking, gosh, did I really do that much more work yesterday because of that birthday party? No, that wasn't it. And then I remembered. I decided that because standing and doing stuff at the miniature golf course was mainly a lower body workout, I decided to do some push-ups. So I did, I don't remember exactly what it was. It was like 25 in the first set and maybe 21 or 22 in the second set. I don't really count. I go until I can't do any more, then I stop and rest for a little bit, and then I go a little more. I'm standing there in between taking my 45-minute break, or 45 second to a minute break in between the two sets. And I don't know why my brain went there, but it's like, yeah, let's go ahead and do a little jumping while we're standing here. So I started off just doing a couple of little hops, and then I literally jumped as hard as I could for about 40 seconds or so. Didn't think anything of it. Went back to doing did my second set of push-ups, and then did like another 15, 20 seconds of jumping as hard as I could while I'm standing there by the stairs. So I've got something to hang on to. I don't want to fall down. But I didn't think anything of it. I felt really good. But that turned out to be really, really stupid because my legs hurt a little bit today. They're getting better. Things are loosening up. I'm going to, have to go back to work this afternoon. But, yeah, so just like with adding foods one at a time, if you decide to add a new exercise to your routine, do it slowly and do a little bit of it the first day because you may be engaging muscles that you haven't engaged in a while, and you don't want to end up sore like Bob did. Stick around. I got a little roast video for you. This is one of the things I got on sale today at the on the manager's special. As you can see, it's a chuck eye roast. It's 2.36 pounds, and it was only $9.43. I'm gonna, because this came from the store today and it's fully thawed, I'm going to do it like a great big steak in the cast iron. As you can see, well, hopefully you can see, I've got quite a bit of lard melted into the cast iron. And now we're just going to take the steak. Got to let it get nice and hot so that you start it off with a nice big sizzle in the hot lard. I'll be back in a few minutes when I flip this over. Here we are. It's about time to flip it. Let me see if I can do this with... I'm not using my tripod today, so hopefully I can do this with one hand holding the phone and the other... come on. That's kind of heavy for my cheap tongs, but there we go. Now we'll let that go for another little bit, and I'll show you when I get it on the cutting board. And there you have it, folks. One roast fried up in lard in the skillet. Let's give this thing a cut down the middle. See how we did for doneness. Oh yeah, that's very, very rare-ish. Take a look at that, folks. How amazing is that? I'm going to chew on this for a long while. Have a great day, folks. We'll see you in the next one. Don't forget, get out there, be 1% better. Today, tomorrow, every day.